I really love these things when I come across it in books, but I need more. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is April, and today I'm coming at you with a little bit of a bonus video for you this week. This video is in collaboration with Becky from Bex Reads, also Jess from Honest Fiction, and Kristen from Kristen Craves Books. Today we are talking about things I want more of in books. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them because we are voracious readers and we just want more. We always want more, right? We're like the little mermaids all the time. We just want gadgets and gizmos aplenty and all of these things in books. So let's dive into it because some of them I think we all love and want more of, and some of them are very specific to my taste. The first thing I want more of on my list is diversity. I think we all want this. We all want to see ourselves in books, and we ourselves are so different. And everyone looks different, everyone acts differently, everyone has different disabilities or invisible disabilities, mental health issues. I mean, we just want to see ourselves get our own happy ending in books. So it would make sense that we want more diversity in books. We also want those underrepresented groups to feel seen. So yes, more diversity, specifically in mainstream books, because I think publishers still have a lot of work to do when representing underrepresented groups like the LGBTQ community, as well as Black authors or BIPOC authors, so authors of color. So in my opinion, that's like my number one thing I always want more of, and I myself don't do a good enough job at finding those gems in my own reading, and it's something I am constantly trying to improve in myself. But it would be a lot of help if publishers would just help market those more broadly rather than the same old white authors all the time. The second thing I want more of are clinch covers. Now I know this is just me, the historical romance author, talking, but I want clinch covers in every subgenre of romance. Like, I want contemporary clinch covers. I want, obviously, monster romance clinch covers. I want suspense romance clinch covers, okay? We just want an embrace because it shows the love, and I want more of those. I also want them to be dramatic and illustrated. You know what would be great? I saw this book, I can't remember what it was, but it was a paperback copy and the clinch cover was just black and white on the inside. And I think that's great. It was kind of like the title page kind of thing. I would love that. We need more step backs, but step backs in a more modern way. And I also want, again, clinch covers with diverse representation. So clinch covers with all different kinds of people doing all different kinds of embraces. I also want to step away from the like faceless illustrated covers because I love an illustrated cover. I love the bright colors and everything. They look great on the shelves, but I like it to be a little bit more detailed. I personally love the oil painted look of illustrated covers, something very artistic, and I would like to get more in that. I don't particularly love that, like I think it's called vectoring, the vectoring style of art. I really love, like, spend the money. I think it's worth it. Spend the money, give you a beautiful illustrated cover, and I think it will sell well. People still really love illustrated covers, myself included. I mean, I love all different kinds of covers as long as it makes sense to the book, but throw a clinch cover on there that's oil painted like illustrations and I'm sold. Another thing that I think we all can get behind is there needs to be more consistency in sizing between books in a series. Consistency in cover design. Consistency. Now I know why this happens, but we all hate it, okay? We all hate it because now our shelf is messed up. It's just one of those things that are just like, come on. It seems so simple, but we all know that for some reason it's not. Just make them all the same size, make them all look similar. And then you know what, if you want to do a different cover for the next time, that's on the second round of publishing, okay? If your book gets there, do that again in the next edition. But like at least the first editions, they all need to be alike, okay? The next thing I would love more of is content warnings and trigger warnings in the beginning of the book. I love these. I read them all the time because I do get triggered by a bunch of things. So more authors just, it shows that the author cares. You know what I mean? Like it makes me feel like they care about me. They care about what I get out of this book, and that they know that this is, especially if your book is like a lighthearted, fun romance, but then you throw something in like death of a parent into it, like that's just completely left field from what your book is and that people wouldn't be expecting. That deserves a trigger warning. You know what I mean? That people aren't reading that book for that. They're reading it to have fun. And when you blindside them with something like this, it can be incredibly triggering. So I personally prefer trigger warnings and content warnings, and I love when authors put it right in the beginning of the book. So I don't think you have to go overboard with them, but at least, you know, let your audience know that something in this book could be triggering. So, Another thing that I really wish there was more of are audiobooks on release day. Now, I know that audiobooks are expensive. They're expensive. And I know a lot of authors can't do this, especially indie authors. But I think so many of us readers are relying on audiobooks to get through our reading these days. They are so much more immersive, and it allows us to multitask more, and we have such busy lives these days. Having that audiobook available for those that read only on audiobook, it honestly can just widen your audience a lot more. And I would love for that to be more. I want that to be like a focus in publishing as well, especially if you're a major release. Like, spend the money and make sure the audiobook comes out right as the book comes out. I know this is done a lot, but I just want it to be done more. Another thing that is very specific to me is I want more sci-fi romances that aren't alien romances. Alien romances have taken over the sci-fi romance subgenre, and when you're scrolling Kindle Unlimited, like all you see are a bunch of shirtless aliens, which is cool. I'm not like hating on that, but I want some more sci-fi adventure romances, like sci-fi opera romances. Give me more of those. I think those are missing a lot right now in sci-fi, and those are like my bread and butter. Like, I love a good sci-fi opera, and I would just like a sci-fi opera romance to read. And the last thing I think that I want more of in publishing or in books is more first editions being kind of like special editions. I'm not a big book box person. A, they're very expensive, and B, hard to get because you're often on a wait list forever. I think I have 2 book boxes that I've been on the wait list for like more than a year, and they're very hard to get. I love when like Barnes & Noble or Waterstones or Amazon even, or just, you know, it depends on the publisher, does a special edition with like sprayed edges, and then they charge a little bit more for that edition. Rebecca Yarros's Fourth Wing is a good example of this and how well it can go. Everybody loves beautiful books, okay? We love beautiful books. We like fun books, and then also make them pretty for our shelves. Come on, I will pay that. I usually don't try to pay more than like $15 for a new book. However, I will pay a little bit more for a special edition book that is a first edition. So I know, again, this is expensive, but I think it's one thing that's totally worth it, especially for a new publishing group trying to get their name out there. I think it just makes sense. I mean, we're obsessed with special editions these days. We love all the alternative covers, and especially those beautiful sprayed edges. Give us more of it and make it easier and accessible for us. Again, I'm not a huge lover of book boxes only because they are just hard to get and expensive. So make it a little bit more accessible for everyone else, but also still makes us feel like we can get something special. So those are all my things that I want more of in books. I'm curious to see what Becky, Jess, and Kristen say. And if you're watching my video, please go over and watch theirs as well. Thank you so much for watching. I have new videos every Monday and Friday. If you love my channel, please subscribe. And as always, I hope you have a wonderful day and I'll see you next time. Bye.